Welcome back to the Overwatch comics. We here at Comicstorian take your favorite comic books, break them down into digestible bites, adding in dramatic music, funny voiceovers, and occasionally some sound effects because we like to keep you all caught up on your favorite comic books so you know what's going on. Consider this the ultimate dramatic recap of your favorite stories. But there is a series that we were doing over on our gaming channel called Overwatch, and we've decided to bring those Overwatch comic books over here to Comicstorian just to do all of the comic books over here, gaming or not. Either way, it's a comic book and it belongs right here. So today we're going to do two stories for Ana. We're going to do her original origin, and then we're going to do the story of how she joined the Overwatch team. Let me know what you guys think down below, and if you actually play Ana. For me, I play a lot of Soldier and Reaper. I know, whatever. I like to pretend I'm emo like Reaper. Ana was a member of Overwatch, and she had done the job proudly since the Omnic crisis. As the years wore on, she started to feel like this wasn't for her. It's been so long, and when a new recruit joined up the other day, he approached Ana asking her, "How many people have you killed?" The tone in his voice said it all. He respected her for it. As she was thinking about all of this, she was sitting in the middle of her current mission, looking through the scope of her rifle, because she was considered one of the finest snipers on the planet. With her cybernetic eye, she can see 6 times farther than a normal person. Combine that with a scope and you can see 600 times farther than a normal person. With her rifle, enemies don't get up. The key to being a sniper is to take your shots when you have them. Don't hesitate. That's how you stay alive and keep others alive. But as she's thinking about this, she overhears the radio. Her unit is ready to move, as long as Ana is watching them. And she is. She's their mama bear. She takes care of her agents like they were her own children. Every one of them in her squad is someone depending on her, and she treats them all as if they are her family. But she also knows that every target she hits also has a family. They all have someone who cares about them. And every person that she kills breaks her heart. While some snipers would like to wound targets to draw out the medics and other soldiers, Ana can't deal with the needless suffering. She always thinks of Faria. She can't do that to other people's children. She radios down to the agents to inform them that they are clear, but that's when another sniper opens fire on the unit, taking out one of the agents. The commander calls up, "Ana, where are those shots coming from, Ana?" And she scopes out the area trying to figure it all out. But when a shot goes off next to her head, she calmly and coolly jumps out of her position and gets to a lower level where she looks back to the unit to see 2 more of them hit the ground. The shots are coming from separate locations, so Ana has to assume that it's 2 shooters, and the commander tells her that the new sniper moves like lightning. Ana looks for someone moving that fast, and then she spots them. She sends in her drones, blowing them up, and while this is happening, the commander gets everyone to the evac. She jumps out of the window and onto a roof to make her own escape, but that's when a shot takes out the billboard next to her, blowing it up. She's pushed down to the ground, but she quickly recovers and takes a shot at the sniper, and she finally sees them. The shot shatters the sniper's mask, and she looks through the scope to see Widowmaker, the woman that is supposedly dead, kidnapped and murdered by her husband's kidnapper. But while Ana is distracted by the realization that this woman is alive, Widowmaker takes her position and shoots out the scope on Ana's gun, damaging her cybernetic eyes. As she hits the ground, she begins to wonder, who will protect her family now? Now this is where the comic book ended, but if we also watch Ana's origin story, it's kind of continued. The unit thought that she was dead and they left her behind. With everyone assuming that she was dead, Ana decided to leave it like that, become a ghost in the night. The war went on too long and she was tired of every death. So now that Overwatch has been called back in, Ana feels that it may be time to save her family again. So if she was just assumed dead by everyone on Overwatch, how did she get re-recruited again? Well, it starts much, much later, when Ana is much older. Soldier 76 is looking at a poster on the wall, a bounty on a sniper. The man that he's with explains that it's Hakim who wants the sniper, and after pulling a gun on him, Soldier 76 beats him up and gets the information that he needs to find Hakim. He makes his way to Hakim's compound, where the first problem that he runs into is a full lockdown. Every door is shut tight and it's heavily plated. So he wall runs up the side to get himself inside, landing in front of a guard who opens fire. Soldier hits him across the face and then he pops up his tactical visor. He begins to scan the room until he's shot in the back by the shotgun of Reaper. "Right here, Jack," he tells him. "Always rushing in. I know your every move before you can even think about it. Always have, always will." As he prepares to finally end his conflict and kill Soldier 76, there's a sudden shot in his shoulder and another one into Soldier's shoulder. Suddenly, Soldier's pain is gone, and from above, our mystery sniper shouts to him, "Get back in there, Jack!" He tackles Reaper to the ground and he begins to pummel him, but the sniper preps another shot and then discovers that Soldier is in the way. Idiot, you're always in the way. And then Reaper gets in a punch into Soldier's gut and then another bullet hits his forearm. He turns into smoke, avoiding the rest of her shots, and he teleports up to the sniper post with her. She turns, firing her pistol into his neck, and then he sees that it's Anna from his past. And then in a struggle, they both fall out the window, hitting the ground. She reaches out to take off Reaper's mask, revealing a horrific sight. She asks, "What happened to you?" And Reaper begins to turn to smoke to leave, telling her, "He did this to me, Anna. He left me to become this thing, to suffer. Never forget that." She stands back up and Soldier comes over, removing his mask. "I was looking for you. I thought you were dead, Anna. Just like the world thought that you were. I saw the news reports. You're so hard-headed you wouldn't know to die. This is my war, Anna. And you've given up, otherwise you would have told me that you were alive. You don't know what I went through, Jack. I failed everyone. I decided that it would be better to become a ghost, and then I realized even a ghost can protect those that need it. I don't care about your war, I care about you. You need me, Jack. You need someone to watch your back. And here I thought I was supposed to be recruiting you. Just tell me one thing. What will you do when the fighting's over? I'm a soldier, Anna. The fighting's never over." He puts back on his mask and he begins to leave the compound, and Anna just remembers the good times. Back when it was her, Jack, and Gabriel. And that concludes the entire Anna saga that is in the comic books. Now, like I said, we are moving all of the gaming comic books over here. I've said that multiple times on these gaming videos, but let me know what you think about Anna down below, and who do you main in Overwatch? Because, like I said, I'm a very much DPS-oriented guy who loves shotguns and basically playing Call of Duty, so that's why Soldier's for me. I love those two characters, but I do play with other characters. Don't forget, you can subscribe to this channel to keep up to date on all of your favorite comic books, and also, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Comicstorian. I'll see you next time right here.